What's happening, people? Welcome back to the Brothers Geek Out podcast. On today's episode, we're going to geek out and give you our thoughts on The Boys, episode 8, but the whole season 4. We're going to give you our review and our thoughts about that. We're going to talk about John Woo's The Killer, but the 2024 version that's going to be released later on this year. We're going to geek out about the possible return of the Russo Brothers for the Avengers movie and give you our thoughts on that. And then we're going to quickly go through the Emmy Awards, guys, and then many more stuff we're going to talk about. Guys, as usual, do check the description. If you want to skip the small talk and the real world issue stuff and get straight to the news, check the description. The timeline and is always there. But on that note, I'm joined by Kibbs. How you doing, Kibbs? Another week has gone past.
I know, man. Another one. It's gone by so quickly. What's happening, guys? Hope you guys are all well and safe. I keep saying that since COVID, but I feel like it's resurging again. A lot of people that I know have got COVID. Yay, Alara.
Well, President Biden. Well, the US president's got COVID, apparently.
Damn. Anyway, bro, that's a whole different. But yeah, no, all good. Yeah, it's been a busy one. I've got to say, it's been busy trying to like set up stuff, set up shop, be careful and look after the kids at the same time. And just trying to get creative again. Like I've been trying to work out how we can get a better reach and try different things. I'm trying to learn while I've got this time off, and it's a lot to take on. And then it's like monetizing and getting paid and trying to do something that you love and get paid for it. And I'm not asking for much, like just trying to understand it a little bit more to see if we can get to that point. But other than that, it's been a weird week, full of emotions, loads of other things, God help me. I lost my AirPods. I have no idea. I feel like I dashed it, but I feel like I left it somewhere. So like you beat yourself up because you struggle to think where you last put them. But I always have a spot for things. But then you have that one moment where you forget completely, bro. Completely. And the day you remember.
Talking to the guy who can't remember nothing. So I feel you, bro.
Yeah, bro. And you know what? AirPods are not cheap, man. I mean, even though Ash gave them to me, but it's a gift, isn't it? So you get even more annoyed because you're like, somebody gave it to you. And beat myself up a couple of times, like generally just talking to myself and effing and blinding around the house because I can't find it nowhere, bro. You know when you take apart everything, I'm talking about even take the drawers out.
You're talking to the number one dude who can't remember. I put this phone right here and immediately I'm like, where's my phone? Like, I'm that dude, bro. I'm that guy. And then I get crazy. I turn Hulk. My wife's looking at me and then I find it and I'm like, oh, I'm embarrassed now. Like, that's
no, that's what I'm saying. So like eventually I will find it and she'll be like, why are you effing and blinding in front of the kids and the rest of it? Apologies, man. That's like the worst thing to do in front of kids as well. Like, I'm so sorry. I feel like a bad parent every time I do that. But other than that, listen, man, something will come up and I'll end up replacing it. Whatever happens, it will get sorted. But it's been a very good, productive week. We got so much going on. Make sure you don't watch any trailers. Stay away from social media. Only 6 days away, and they're dropping stuff. But bro, like I had to do a reaction. I saw it. I had my phone on record. I'm just moist, bro. I'm so moist. It's unbelievable how excited.
I'm tempted. Bro, I'm so excited. Thank you for sending those emails. I'm not going to chase. I don't want to be the bugaboo type of dude. I wish they respond. I've got this hopeful feeling that on the day they're going to be like, oh yeah, we got your tickets in Dubai because the premiere here is on Tuesday. Right, so
okay,
that's it. Anyway, I've been entering all these competitions I don't normally do that, but I'm so hyped for this. But Deadpool, I'm wearing this hat until we both watch it and we do a full ass review on it. I saw the trailer, I was tempted. You said, G, don't watch it, and I was like, 1 week away. Let me just hold back, and I'm choosing not to watch it. But from your reaction,
don't watch it.
I could because the thing is, I keep telling everyone because they know that we watched the first 37 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no movie ever has got the whole cinema screaming and shouting in the first 37 minutes, let alone a mid action scene or the end action scene, like end games when you're up for the last hour screaming and shouting. I'm talking about from the first 37 minutes, no movie has ever done this. So I can't imagine what you just saw, and I can't imagine what the rest of the movie's going to see. But I'm not talking. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
No. Anyway,
Okay.
so that happened. Uh, guys, keep an eye on the channel. We will have interviews with Meg and Alicia, who are actresses from Infinity Crisis, Infinite Crisis on Infinite Earths, Justice League animation. Uh, what a pleasure! That was an absolutely awesome interview. Now, Meg Donnelly's interview came out great. I've got the video footage. I'll share that with you guys hopefully this weekend. Alicia's one horrible, man, horrible. And I'll be honest, like some of these press interviews, they're not easy. Like I'm already ramped up with emotion, like anxiety already, making sure that you can keep the conversation flowing. You know, we've been doing podcasting for about 8 years now, and you think, all right, would be good at this. You're not, because you still get starstruck. You still get shell shock from, you're doing this. Like we're actually doing these interviews. Now, I wish I had more time to prep. It was really last minute. I feel like we're on the reserve list just in case none of the A-lister influencers can't get on it, or podcasters and news guys can't get on it. They messaged me like Wednesday night, interview was Thursday night, but Alicia's one was on a train, she was busy, so they just sent me the sound. But the problem was that we got cut out a couple of times. So I'm not going to use it because you can hear my reaction was like, oh, she's cut off again. So
Oh,
if
that's
I
a
could cut
shame.
and paste it and try and make it an interview, I'll post it up
Yeah,
still.
if you can
But
edit
you'll only hear the
something,
audio
yeah, with
for
the
it.
best bits, that'd be awesome. I mean, I think, do you know what it is, bro, man? Like with these interviews, like as you said, like we're podcasters. It's a weird thing to say, but still, we have a conversation. If you gave me
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
hour to chat, man, we'll just chat. And if the
Yeah,
person
yeah, yeah,
you're chatting
exactly.
with is open to just having a conversation, that would be awesome. But because of these things, they're 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, and it's an interview, it's a very different structure. This is why I say I can't do that. I can't, that's why
Yeah.
you're good at that. I leave that to you. I'm not good at that. But if it was like, hey, a long form conversation just to chill and chat, oh man, I'll be chatting to whoever. I could chat to someone I'll be starstruck with, like say, I don't know, Robert Downey Jr. or whatnot. But if he's open to a long form conversation, I'll be like, what the fuck's up, man? Like, you know what I mean? But if it's gonna be, oh, you got 2 minutes to interview RDJ, I, Iron Man, lose, and then that's it. Tropic Thunder, oh God, that's it. I'll be out. You know what I mean? So it's a hard thing, but I think you're doing a great job with that. I've seen some of your interviews in the past. I think you do a great job with the high pressure sort of situation. So don't beat yourself up too much, man. I think and be it we're on the reserve list or whatnot, you're on the list, bro, and you get that
No,
opportunity to
I
do
know,
that.
I know. I
So
shouldn't
it's
say it like
freaking
that, but
awesome.
I feel we we want to get these opportunities. Like, don't get me wrong, bro. Like, I've been emailing companies from like 6 months to 3 months before the movie comes out just to ask for interviews and stuff like that. But I feel like I don't know. It's hard work. It's not easy because everybody keeps thinking it's easy. Like, oh, you get these great opportunities, and the rest of it's not. Because I'm there, like sending out emails, trying to get in contact with the right people, trying to get the right contact, and like trying to get our message across. Because I think it's a great platform for us to be able to share that. And as for us, it's legacy. It's for the kids. You know, when they are older, they get to see their uncle or their dad. You know, they've got a legacy to go through. They've
Mhm.
got coming up to close to 450 episodes of madness. You know what I mean? I think
Crazy.
including the geek out sessions, we've got roughly and like reactions, we've got like over 1,000 videos for them to watch. You know what I mean? So
Oh man, they can
like
pick and choose. And we're ordinary
yeah, like
dudes, bro, man. I always say
yeah,
we're ordinary guys, man. Like we ain't, like I said, when people interview, they have a specific way of talking and it's clear and precise, and that's cool. That's the way the industry's always been done. But again, I go back to someone like Joe Rogan who just interviews whoever. Like his interview with RDJ was a conversation. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's where I hope we get in one day. We get whoever on and say, hey, like, let's have a conversation, not an interview. I hope one day we get to that position where it's like, let's just talk and shoot the shit and we'll talk about the movie and whatnot, but we could talk about shit we've
yeah,
done in the past. We could talk about going to the gym, whatever it is, man. That's the
yeah.
position I want to be one day, man. And I would love that, man. But we're ordinary people, two brothers just doing our thing, man. And I think, like I say, we both have certain skill sets that we're good at. And I feel like that skill set you're better at. So I'll be like, yeah, kids, you do that sort of stuff. And I will do nothing. I'll sit here and try and get Deadpool Wolverine tickets in Dubai. That's what I'm trying to do. Nah, but that's awesome, bro. It's
Make sure she
awesome.
doesn't touch it.
I
Yeah, no. So that's yeah. So that's what's happening there. Other than that, oh, man, what else? There was something else, bro. I mean, I finished off The Boys today.
Yeah, we'll get into all of that good stuff. I got a list
Yeah,
that we'll
cool.
get into. Cool. I mean, to be honest, on my side, I've just been first week back in Dubai, just trying to get back into routine, couple of bit of jet lag during the week,
Hmm.
and just sorting out shit at home. We had a mission when we got back, just with the aircon and stuff. I think I spoke about last time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's all good. Just get back in routine now, basically. Hopefully the builder's coming tomorrow to fix the freaking hole in the ceiling. I've been bugging the landlord all day. I'm like, bro, is he coming? Is he not coming? Just make it happen. And then he said that he's coming tomorrow. I'm just like, please, just come take care of this hole in the ceiling, man. I don't want to live with this anymore. Excuse me. And then yeah, just Monday, I just need to get back into routine of training and stuff because I've just been being a bit of a slub. But we bought an air dyeing machine and I bought some mats because I'm a teacher to Mrs. Jiu-Jitsu. Just some basic
Yeah.
stuff. It will help me as well, my technique. Also, Mabs's kids, Mabs wants me to teach his kids. So I'm gonna teach them as well. It's
Nice.
also gonna help me as well. Like I think I want to do that because
Good.
it's
Good.
gonna
Good.
help me like learn my techniques and stuff. So I bought some mats. We bought an air dyeing bike so Mrs. can use it. And I'm gonna use it to kind of work on my cardio. Um,
Cool.
yeah, just new things, man. I'm excited, man. I've got these new headphones. I'm excited about new noise cancellation, bro. I was thinking I need another light here, so I'm gonna buy another light here. Listen, man. I think with the channel and I get excited, bro. I've been thinking of new ideas, and I've been talking about your old YouTube channel, which I've seen
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you revived. I got a YouTube channel, and I was like, why don't I just share the Brothers Geek Out content on my channel? And you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
what ended
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
happening, bro? I ended up getting a subscriber. I don't know who, I got the one subscriber. Not that I was looking for that. I'm just trying to share our content to
Yeah.
push it
Yeah.
out a bit more across the YouTube platform. And because I see the Instagram, subs are just going up slowly, a steady up. The YouTube one has been slowly. Obviously that's been a bit tough because we've been shadow banned. But I was like, I got a YouTube channel. You got a YouTube channel. I even told Ash you got a YouTube channel, bro. Just share the content. You don't have to write it. You just press the share
Hmm.
button, share it on your YouTube channel. The podcast, the trailer reactions and whatnot. Because I'm excited, man. I want this to grow. Like when I say grow, it's a steady natural grow, but I like this,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I just after coming off London and after coming off this hype, and after doing the podcast with the small town critics, I was just like, this is I like this, man. I really do. I don't know what I had to explain it to you, man. But like today, I was like, Kibbs, let's do the podcast, man. Like it doesn't feel like a chore. It feels like let's do it. Like I want to talk. I want to geek out with you, and I want to do this thing, man. And we got people who listen to us. And what I love about what we do, and I'm inspired by being on the Small Town Critics podcast because I love their setup, and I'm like, that's another dream. I just added that to my future gym and whatnot. I'm at a podcast studio. But saying that, we've been doing this in our bedrooms for the last 8 years, and the following and the traction that we've got based on this, I'm just like, this has been us. It's been purely
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
us, you know what I mean? And we will evolve with studios and shit, but we've evolved with equipment, we've evolved with communication and vocabulary and being able to articulate our thoughts better, and but we've still always been us, you know what I mean? And I freaking love it. I'm trying to do better with my swearing. I honestly don't want to swear more from a personal perspective, but it comes out of my mouth anyway. But I'm actually pumped, man. I like this, man. I like doing the pushing the content. I like the fact that you're going to all the screenings and we're getting those opportunities. We're out there, man. We're doing our shit. I'm happy about it.
No, it's good. It's good. It's the best we can do. Definitely. It's fire in here. How you girls sitting in there? There we go. My little boo. Make sure you're eating, okay? Yeah, no, definitely. There's more to come. There is a screening happening on Sunday, which I'm not going to make. Atia is going to go there to look after it with Idris. I think it's called. Hold up,
Eh, forgot the name,
I'm
yeah.
trying to remember. I've forgotten the name. Hold on. What day is it today? Friday. Daniel is Harold and the Purple Crayon. So that's with Zachary Levi. So
I
Atia
did
is
see the
going
trailer,
with
yeah. I
Ash.
saw
Yeah,
the
so that should be all right.
yeah, I saw the trailer of that when we watched Inside Out. So okay, that should be nice. That should be nice for them
Yeah.
guys.
So we'll find out. Thank you, Sony Pictures UK, for the invite and being so supportive with the rest of the team, making sure that they're able to go as well.
All
So
right,
yeah, it's been
awesome.
good.
That's nice. That's nice, man. Come on, Disney contacts, man. Come on, man. Hook a brother up in the Middle East, man. Come on, respond that leaks and say no or something, man. God damn, any blanks? I appreciate you emailed 2 people. Both of them just blanked. It's like, come on, give a brother a chance in the Middle East.
Mm.
Um, Anyway, but by this time next week, we're both gonna watch this movie, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. But yeah, should we kind of get into it? Was there anything else?
Yeah,
Any
let's
other
jump in,
like?
bro.
Let's jump in. I mean, look, guys, as always, check the description to skip this part if you don't want to hear it, but we're always going to at least mention it. Real world issues. We're going to always talk about a free Palestine, a free Sudan,
Yes.
free Congo, free
Yes.
Yemen. We always have to speak out for our brothers and sisters because of how we feel about it and how most of the globe feel about it. It's been horrible as always. Nothing's been smooth. I've just been watching some stuff about the ICJ. I mean, I watched that stuff and I'm like, what use? I don't mean to be bad. I don't know the ins and outs. I'm just like, what use have you lot been where constantly there's been like ceasefire talks? There's been this and that. Clearly those criminals have chose to ignore that. The world's criminals, I'm calling them now, they are the world's criminals, have chosen to ignore everything and continuously destroy Gaza and the Palestinian people. They're the world's criminals. They're the world's biggest criminals. The whole world sees it except a few nations. That don't mean shit. Everyone sees it. There was this clip I saw of this girl, and she was so brave. It was so unbelievable, man. She was just lining up for water. She was lining up for food, and someone asked her, "What are you doing?" And she goes, "I'm lining up for food." And the interviewer asked, "Did you eat anything?" She goes, "Alhamdulillah, I've had some water, but it's run out." And I was like, "Oh my God, I wish I had the strength that little girl has." She's just like, "Alhamdulillah, I had some water, but I'm here to get some more." Like, that's how much strength and courage these people have and how much faith they have. Like, and something little bit happens to me and I start crying and shit. I can't take it no more.
Yeah. We forget. We take
She's a little
for
girl,
granted, innit?
so brave, man. There's been some other things as well. There's some horrible story about, and of course the Western media had to change its headlines because they tried to what's the word, they put bullshit headline out. Basically, a
Yeah.
Palestinian with Down syndrome was mauled to death by an Israeli what do you call it, a dog that the militant put on, the occupation force put on them, mauled him to death and whatnot. And then the Western media was all like writing these. BBC was writing this shitty story or headline about the lonely Palestinian who died. It's like, you lying propaganda bastards, man. Like, you know the story, and they changed it. Like, end of the day, they ended up changing it because of pressure. But them bastards had to change it to the story, which that Palestinian with Down syndrome was mauled to death by the T word Israeli force dog. These guys are the biggest T words on the planet. I don't care, man. The biggest criminals on the planet. They're doing harsh things. Norman Finkelstein posted something about, I don't even want to say it, man, but he posted he would say it. That guy is just one of the, like, he's one of the best, but he just posted something that you're making some certain people in history, certain factions of people proud, and you can kind of line that up. I'm not going to go into it and say it, man. So certain words that I will avoid, just because I don't want to say it, but Norman Finkelstein put it out there. But listen, man, there was something that escalated today. It's still scary, man. There was something that escalated today. I think Yemen put, what do you call it, a drone strike into Tel Aviv, into the main city of Israel. I mean, look, Yemen's been, blocking the Red Sea for the longest time in demonstration of the Palestinian people. So as soon as you lot stop attacking them, we're gonna stop this. And they've been doing a great job there. I mean, I think that they haven't tried to kill anyone. I think there has been deaths, unfortunately, which isn't good. But they've tried to do Actually, I don't know, but they've tried to do their best to block the sea and not harm anyone. But I think there has been some deaths, unfortunately. But this drone strike, it just escalates things. It's just scary. I just don't understand why these leaders on the Israeli side just want this. That they're putting their own people in danger, man. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. So that was my thoughts for this week, man. It's been another hard week for the Palestinian people, man.
Huh.
All the safe zones have just been blown up. They're really
They're
just
getting
trying
away
to
with it. They're
occupy
getting
them.
away with it,
They're
which
getting
is
away with,
horrible. And
yeah.
I said it ages ago, bro. Remember when I said it's too late? Nothing's going to happen. And all the governments are going to just let it happen. Yeah, it's horrible. Absolutely horrible. It's heartbreaking, bro. Uh, it still bothers me. It bothers me like crazy. So yeah, I got no words, bro. As I said,
It's
we're
tough.
too
It's
late.
tough.
It's too
Yeah.
tough, and there's no political way of dealing with it. And we start rebelling, we're going to be called the T words. It's just a horrible time we live in, bro. A horrible, horrible time we live in. Systematic racism still exists. Zionism is such a effed up, whatever it is. It's a title at the end of the day. Uh, and people trying to justify people dying in the thousands. I cannot believe we live in that lifetime, man. Like when I teach my kids the history of what happened to Palestine, it's gonna be heartbreaking, bro. Because they're gonna be like, "Why? These people do this to each other? We
In
live in
this,
a world where
yeah,
people
in
do this,
2024, yeah.
where we're trying to be fighting for equality and fighting for, our place in this world. How are we still on this journey? We've got so much to learn, bro. We've got so much to learn, and it's heartbreaking to know that I have to teach the kids this one day. Because
It's important too. It's important too because
schools,
you can't.
no
I
matter
was a
what the schools
victim.
ain't going to teach that.
Yeah, I was a victim of mainstream media. One, I didn't care as a teenager anyway. Like I didn't care about the world politics anyway. But two, I was a victim of mainstream media until at least I would say about 6, 7 years ago. That's how recent. How crazy is that? They've been going
Yeah,
for this
yeah, yeah,
for over
exactly. It's recent.
75 years plus. And only recently, and I know I'm only 40 years old, 39 years old, but only recently I've been open to the real news. And that's because, again, thanks to social media and stuff like that, it's crazy. There's some stuff going on in Bangladesh as well. I don't fully understand what's going on, but
Yeah,
there's some
bro.
student protests. Uh,
Student
I, I
protests and they
I don't
got
understand.
attacked and
Yes,
no,
they
it's
got
crazy.
killed and some horrible things going there, and then they blocked them off from the internet, so they shut the internet down. So the I mean, how crazy is that, man? Like they're trying to. I don't understand what's going on though, to be honest with you, in Bangladesh. I'm not familiar with it, but it's something to do with some kind of job rota or something like that, right? Do you know what's going on?
Something like that. I don't know.
Or
I need to read up
contract?
on it. I saw it briefly yesterday. Uh, I saw a couple of videos, but I need to understand the full situation. I was trying to read up on this Microsoft issue that's happened as well. Shut down
Hmm.
NHS, all the airports. What's going on, man? What sort of bug is this going on? The Wall Street Journal find out anything?
I don't know, but some of our systems were working. We had big internet problems across the
Oh
company as
wow.
well. I've been okay. So, but well, no, actually, my computer shut down actually at one point today, but it just reset it. So I don't know. But I haven't looked into it. Maybe it could be a digital bug, a digital attack. I don't know. I'm making it up. Don't take that serious. I'm making it up. What about?
Any
Oh, we didn't speak
Skynets?
about. I know. We didn't speak about this. The Trump's assassination, or assassination attempt. I know for some reason with the boys it turned into flat Earth, and then this when we were talking about it, it turned into a flat Earth conversation, and this Quran that's somewhere that whatever. But we didn't talk about, I mean, I didn't bring it up last time week. I think it was on top of my mind anyway. I mean, of course I don't want the
Not
death
really,
of
same thing. It's not been on
anyone.
top of my mind, but
Yeah, I mean, we
interesting
talk
that
about
it's
Palestine
happened.
because it means something. But yeah, I mean, what was your
Yeah,
thoughts on that anyway?
bro. To be honest, because most of those politicians and people in those high powers don't really mean shit to me, so it's not really something that I second guess. It's
Mm.
interesting that it did happen because he puts his whether he done it or whether somebody else done it, whether it's a hater, it puts his name down in history now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Mm-hmm.
what most people are trying to do is really cement their history and their legacy. He'll leave as one of the most corrupt. I don't know, corrupt presidents that's on a trial to get shot. He leaves a legacy behind. It kind of cements his legacy with people like, I shouldn't say this, but I suppose my American audience maybe find this offensive. He cements himself with the greats, bro, which is a shame.
Well, I know. I mean, look. Yeah,
He's
no, I
still a
see what you're
chump,
saying.
but
Yeah,
he'd
they're
be
all
like next
chumps.
to
When we say
JFK
this,
and all of that. Yeah,
yeah, they're all. I mean, look, JFK, he actually got assassinated and whatnot. His one,
yeah,
this
yeah.
Trump's one was there was an attempt. He clipped his ear and whatnot. But no, I see what you're saying because he wants a legacy and he's gonna get it now and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
But like they're all chumps. I mean, Biden recently said that he's
Well,
done the
what?
most. He's done so much for the Palestinian people. I mean, like, he's 50,000, almost 40,000 are dead, and you've been sending bare bombs, and you're like, and he's still claiming that he's done so much for them. That guy's a chump too. But like, even with Trump, I saw this thing recently, and I'm like again, some people say stuff that you agree with. Some people say a lot of stuff that you don't agree with. But he was talking about, I don't know if this was a new interview. No, it definitely wasn't new. It was an old one. But he was talking about other foreign countries like the Middle East and whatnot, and women wearing hijab. And he was saying that like at first I heard about the women wearing hijab and all this sort of stuff, and I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, maybe we should fight for their freedom and whatnot. And then he said he saw some women from that region talking about wearing the hijab in interviews, and they said they love it and it's traditional to their culture and they've been wearing it for thousands of years. So then Trump turned around and goes, well, if they love it, why the hell are we getting involved for? Let them love it. That's their culture. And I was like, hold on a second. I agree with you with that one. That's true. So that guy, like, he's a funny character. He does say some shit that you would agree with, but obviously he say some shit that we all don't. He's winning in November, bro. No
Yeah,
doubt
yeah, he's
about
winning,
it.
bro. He's winning. He's winning.
And
Because Biden is shot himself in the foot, bro. My guy is saying the wrong names, Putin, all
uh,
sorts of madness.
my guy,
He
zombie
he he
dude,
he
bro.
going to sleep while he's doing the speech, bro. Let this guy go. He's physically not fit. I was watching Zateo with Mehdi Hassan and the director. He's got his own podcast as well. What's his name again? He's
Comedian?
done a
No.
lot of documentaries about politicians and stuff like that. And Michael something. Anyway, sorry, I'll find out his name. My laptop doesn't want to switch on. Uh, and what happened was he was like, "Look, man, I need some doctors to go double check this guy. My man's like, what, 94 years old, ready to go to sleep during the speech. Like, how can I trust this guy to make governmental
Oh,
issues? Like, we're gonna drop a nuke on Cuba." And he's like, yeah, yeah, go, just do it. Like,
yeah,
it don't make sense. You know what I mean? My guy
it's
is he
crazy.
making rational decisions?
Bro,
How
if
is
he
this
was,
puppet still alive?
well, if he was my granddad, I'll be telling our parents and our family, what are we doing? Let granddad chill. Stop this. You're putting the most pressure in the almost like the biggest pressure on the world on this guy who's my granddad who's got probably Alzheimer's or something. I don't know. The guy's got some kind of memory issue. Clearly he's not in a healthy condition. But
No,
if he was my family member, I'll be fighting to say leave him from that, man.
leave,
I
man.
want to chill the rest of my
Relieve
life
his
with
duty.
him.
Yeah,
Bro,
exactly.
I mean, look, I don't think he stands a chance now, especially after what happened with Trump. Like,
No,
automatically,
no.
he gets that vote, man. Automatically, he's going to get that vote. Listen, I don't know why we're talking US politics. I just brought it up or whatnot. It's crazy that the US politics does almost affect the world, like, because they are the world's
Well, of
biggest
course it does,
superpower.
bro. Yeah, of
But
course it does.
Trump, Trump is I mean, that's a crazy thing, like with Trump, like there's almost in a sense that there's a relatability with him because like he's a big fan
So
of the
much so.
UFC and he's at
Yeah.
all the UFC shows and all that stuff. I watch that stuff all the time. Like I said, there's some things that he says that you agree with. There's a lot of shit, of course, that you don't agree with. Um, but anyway, politics is politics. I don't understand that. I mean, I know I kind of went into that and whatnot, but ultimately, listen, guys, we speak this because it's shit that we talk about through WhatsApp and whatnot between each other, between the boys. And figured, this is our podcast, man. Our podcast is the Brother Geek Out podcast, and we express ourselves about shit. That's why we talk about it. So if you've listened to us talk about it, thank you. But if you wanted to skip this, I did say check the description.
At the
So
beginning, check the description.
yeah,
Yeah.
I always put that shit down. Kids, man, was there anything else before we geek
No,
out?
I think that's it, bro.
All
Listen,
right.
donation links are on our TikTok and Instagram page for Palestine, Medical for Palestine. Whatever you guys can do, anything, anything. Honestly, just please pop it through.
That's it. Free Palestine, free Sudan, free Congo, free Yemen. All right, let's move on, guys, to some geeky news. We got some stuff to talk about today. You know what? Let me share my screen, man. Let's do this screen sharing stuff so the people can see what we're talking about. 1 second. And the first thing we're gonna geek out about. Oh, you went to a screening for Twister. Let's talk about that.
Oh damn! Okay, how right? Yeah, I completely forgot, bro.
Yeah, I mean, obviously
Where's
you can't spoil it, but how was the experience? How was the movie?
well, unless you want it spoiled, there's nothing really spoilerish about it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true. That's
uh,
true. The big twister at
listen,
the
bro,
end
listen.
was like
So
was
I
like
sorry.
no, no, I was taking a piss out about a spoiler for Twister. I mean, what can there be a spoiler? Like some dude done, I don't know. Go ahead. He was dead all along, like Sixth Sense. Go on, carry on.
No, listen, it's an action film, bro. It's a disaster movie. It's one of those ones where you're. This is meant to be a sequel to the original Twister.
Oh, interesting.
So
Okay.
I didn't know that. I only found that out today because they're almost like two separate movies. So Glenn Powell. Hold up, man. Let's get the cast up.
I got it
Uh,
here. Look. Here you go.
so
Glenn
there you go. Glenn
Powell.
Powell, Anthony Ramos, and Daisy Edgar Jones. They're the main cast of the film, and you got Superman, David Corin Sweat. There you go, Corin Sweat, who's in this movie as well. Listen, bro. I mean, it's just an it's a good watch. Like, I mean, I don't usually do like stars or anything, like 5-star movie, blah blah blah. But I'd give it a 3. It's an entertaining watch, and this can I say, man, the visual effects were amazing. I mean, compared to what we got in 1996 to 1996 one with Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt, Philip Seymour Hoffman, it's still a good film, bro. And the visual effects still stand very well. But this one, they've enhanced it. They're on a mission to try and scan a tornado to understand it a little bit more, and then try and find out ways of how can we disrupt this twister, save people because it does get really bad, bro. The devastation after a hurricane and a tornado is insane, bro. So,
Have you seen
Glenn Powell,
I know it's a movie. Have you seen real twisters on like YouTube? They're fucking
no,
scary, bro. Like, no,
bro,
as in,
I
like,
don't know
have you
how.
ever across a video of a twister that happens in real life? They are scary. The scariest one I've seen, bro, is there's this car driving at nighttime and it's just driving
Yeah,
forwards, right? You don't see nothing in front of you, it's pitch black. But all of a sudden you see a thunder light and a bolt of lightning, and there's this monster of a twister in front of them, like not right in front of them, but in the distance. But it was like a monster, bro. It's like, and that's real. That's the scariest shit ever. So I don't know. I mean, these movies, I don't know if it gives you that impact, but this shit is scary, bro. Man, natural disasters like that, Mother Nature is a scary thing, bro.
it is, it
Wind.
is. But you've got some brave souls that absolutely admire it. They want to understand it more. They're into the weather and stuff, and it's interesting. It makes you want to learn more. People, I can imagine people jumping onto Google and watching videos and stuff like that. And listen, it's a good fun action film. That's all I can say. There's nothing more to it. There's a heartfelt story about it, about the main character Daisy. Sorry, what's her name again?
I took it off I closed the window down. Shall I find
Hold
it
on,
again?
hold on. Daisy Edgar Jones' character, where she's, there's a heartfelt story in there because she loses some people in the beginning of the film, but it's how her journey to come back to try and understand what it is about this. And bro, it's a summer blockbuster. People are gonna go watch it. Glenn
How's
Powell
Glenn?
is
Yeah, I was gonna say, how
he,
is he? Is he the new dude?
he's the new dude, bro. He's the new
Mm.
dude. Like he he's growing really quickly. Good on him, man. He's put the hard work in. I'm talking about my guy was he's been working in the industry 30 years plus already, bro. You know what I mean? From doing small roles to he was in The Dark Knight Rises, where Bane smashes his head on the keyboard in the stock market.
Oh, that
That's
was
Glenn Powell.
him.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then, he's getting all of these good on him, man. He's put the work in. So somebody who puts the work in, he understands what sort of roles he wants to take and how he's going to stick out as a person. It's a good fun watch, bro. Like there's nothing, I could just go in like I did. I went there thinking I can't compare it to the 1996 version. Just go in there and enjoy it. So I gave it 3 out of 5.
Nice, nice. Awesome. Well, look, I might, when it comes out on digital, I'll probably catch it there. I'm very selective with cinema now. All right, cool. Well, let's move on to the next thing, bro. That I finished watching, which was The Bear season 3. Now I
I
know
haven't seen that
you
yet.
haven't seen it yet, so obviously I won't spoil anything. Not that there's anything to spoil dramatically, but this was an interesting season. Well, I guess we could do a proper review once you watch to get your thoughts. I mean, look, we spoke about a couple episodes before. I think my biggest takeaway that I've appreciated from this show is the choreographing in dialogue. I don't know if that's the right way of expressing it, but that's the best way I can express it. The way they bounce off each other with the dialogue is just, it's
Yeah.
artful. It's very
Yeah.
artistic, right? The stress, like you really see the militant. This guy, right? What's his character's name? This guy's a great actor, Jeremy Allen Whitt, who plays Carmen, who's a very militant chef. Like he's on point. He's very militant with everything. He's very militant with his dishes, the look, the feel. Again, he sees the visuals. Cooks, chefs, sorry, should have. I think they have a special ability of taste and smell and visuals of how the food should be presented as well as its taste and smell. Even when he cleans, my guy's got like an airbud type of thing, and he goes around every corner. You see the real militant in him one in the kitchen, but that mixes with the stress and his, I think there's trauma. It does show there's trauma from his past, not just his family trauma, but trauma from, his growth as a chef and certain chefs that he's worked with who's kind of talk shit to him and talk bad to him and try to bring him down and how that's affected him. But the stress he brings on his team and it's crazy. They bring that environment really on in this show.
No,
Um,
it's good. I
so
can't
I
wait to
mean,
watch it. Definitely.
but it was different. This season for me was, I feel like they spent this season on character building, on individual characters. That's what I felt like. It's like after 3 seasons, now you're giving me a bit more about each individual character, doing some previous what do you call it? What do you call those, man? Previous stuff, how they got involved with the restaurant, and that I
Yeah.
can't think right now. But stuff like there's more character. There was a couple of episodes which were very interesting, which just didn't push the story forward. I don't think in as a whole, in my opinion, this season pushed the story forward of the bear and the rising of the bear of the restaurant. Like there's I don't know,
Okay.
some episodes just felt like, and I'm not gonna say filler because filler episodes they just don't make no sense and whatnot, because everything
hmm
that does happen with this does intertwine with the ultimate, the restaurant and the story and whatnot. But it didn't push the story forward. It was more character building and stuff. So it's an interesting take. It was I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. I mean, this show just came, like, honestly, it's one of those shows that just kind of came out of nowhere for me, and I just really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed watching it. It's very engaging, and I think they're brilliant actors. I mean, I think what's his name is becoming one of those. Yes, Nia. Jeremy Allen. I think he's a great actor, man. There's something about him. There's something about him.
No, he's really awesome. He's really good. And
Yeah.
he's been. I mean, think about it, man. Even his portrayal of one of the brothers in the Iron Claw, he was brilliant, bro. He put on that weight. He almost reminded me of the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, he definitely looked like that. Um, yeah, man, I really enjoy it. I hope you get a chance to watch it. Obviously John Bernthals, makes an appearance and everything in this. I really like Ebon Moss, but I can't even say his name. But let me share my screen so you can see who I'm talking about. Because you know me, I can't say the name, so at least I could just show their face. My guy here, Ebon Moss, Ebon Moss.
Ebon Moss. Bro, that's a surname, bro. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah.
I know I need to give
But
respect to these guys, but respect, man.
yeah, no, we spoke about that with the small town critics about saying their name correctly out of respect. I wish I could. Of course, I wouldn't want to butcher someone's name for on purpose. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
I would never do that on purpose. But honestly, the whole cast. What I love about this show is the whole cast. Like you build a relationship with everyone on the cast. Like this is one of those shows that every single member of the cast who's in the show, you build a relationship with. You like. I don't think there's anyone on here that I don't like.
Hmm.
Is there? Maybe there
No,
is one chef
everybody's
or
good.
whatnot, but everyone's good. This is one of those great shows. So I can't wait for you to watch it. My overall feeling about this season compared to the first two is like it's there. It just doesn't, for me, push the story as much as the first two in regards to the intensity of
We're
building the
getting a season
restaurant.
four, right?
It's going in that direction. Yeah, it's going in
Yeah.
that
Then
direction.
yeah. No, no, I understand that. I understand that. To be honest, now you don't even get the time to watch it. It's already spoiled all over the internet. I mean, with even like with the Deadpool Wolverine like, final trailer. Listen, bro, Ryan Reynolds, you're a punk, but I know why he did it. I know why he did it. Yeah, and I know it. But people are pissed, bro. They're like, oh my god, like
I need
why?
to
You're
avoid it. I
six
need to
days
avoid
away.
that. I need to avoid it. I need to avoid it. If I see some, I'm gonna try my best to avoid it because I like you said, we're 6 days away, so I don't want to see. But yeah, unfortunately, with these TV shows, right, one, there's so much to watch. We don't have the time, and before you even get to you finally can watch it. Yes, things are already spoiled,
Spoiled,
unfortunately.
and they're already saying, yeah, man, we're going for the next season. So it's a
Exactly.
difficult one. It's a
That's a
difficult
tough
one.
one as well, especially when they announce the next season before, at least letting this season play out. You're kind of like, oh,
Exactly.
okay, then I know this season's not gonna end, in that way. But anyway,
No, I already
let's
knew because when I heard that they're gonna green light issue, what the hell happened to this one? Are these watermelons all right? Where were they from?
all right. My guy's talking about
What?
watermelons. Cool. All right, guys, that was The Bear. If you haven't seen The Bear, do check it out though. It's such a great show. So do check it out. When Kibler watches it, he'll give you his thoughts as well. Let's move on. Let's move on to The Boys, episode 8 and the season 4 review. Bro, first of all, let me share my screen so you guys know what I'm talking about, which you obviously should know what I'm talking about. This show, The Boy. But I think Anthony Starr needs to get some kind of recognition, awards, like, 'cause
Yeah.
this guy's such a psycho and he plays it so well with Homelander. The episode 8, I think, was obviously the final episode. It's always going to be the big oh shit episode, and definitely had those oh shit moments in this. And it was the best episode of the season. Now, this season got a lot of slate saying that the reviews and stuff in general just kind of dropped and whatnot. For me, I felt like it kind of maintained. Like, yes, there were some things
Same
I
here, bro.
did.
I think it did maintain.
Yeah, so I don't know where the slack is coming from. I think it maintained. I think it took the story forward, and it was exciting. It took it in a direction where I'm excited to see what happens next. I knew there was a season 5 already, which is why I was like, okay, this ain't gonna end in a big battle or whatever.
No,
But
exactly. It wasn't.
to take us
That
where
wasn't
it
the
is,
plan. Yeah.
the political journey it took us through, just the suspense of who might die in the next show, almost the suspense and keeping the remote in your hand to be like, what Badusi scene is next? Do I need to turn it off and what? Because we're watching it in the UK most of it, which I keep laughing about. Who thinks about this? There's someone writing about some of the Badusi scenes, and I'm just like, who? Why? How do you think of that shit? That episode 1 and that scene with the dude who can multiply himself and done the human centipede to himself. I'm like, who
Horrible.
was the
Horrible.
writer that's like, I got a
Horrible.
great idea, guys. I got a great idea. This is gonna be awesome, and puts it in the script. Anyway, that's
Listen,
what I'm
bro,
saying. This
it's hard. You know what? It's hard hitting stuff because you got the political stuff, you got the real life situation. Like, no wonder Mother's Milk is losing so badly. His character actually, you can see the stress and the pain that he's going through,
he's definitely lost
and
weight.
the weight loss, and like he's got the wickedest t-shirts though, man. Big representation of the hip hop that we love as well, which is amazing.
Yeah, the last
Uh,
episode was Dead Prez. He had big pun
yeah,
this
Dead
season.
Prez, yeah,
Dead Prez.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go.
So like it's interesting to see. where it's got up to. Now, as I said, when I put my post up on Twitter X, I put down that the boys have the best what the F moments in the entire season. Yeah. And because I love the characters, I didn't see nothing drop off for me. I'm fully engaged. Like there are TV shows I could watch, but could drop, and then I end up going on my phone. But with the boys, I can sit there 100%, be in fully. You know what I mean? I don't know. We had that theory about the sun. I don't know now, bro.
I know. I still think so. I still
That
think so.
broke my heart a little bit.
I know, yeah, it took a twist and spoiler alerts, guy. It just looked like he had this evil thing. He killed his aunt. That's crazy. And he
Yeah.
looked like he didn't have any remorse. I feel like something's gonna be there with the son. I still do because there's something there. His mother. There's something about when his mother gets involved or somehow like Butcher's gonna remind him of his mother or whatnot. I think something's gonna turn with the son. But
Okay.
it did seem very heartless at the end, and it just left it in the sense that he's gonna be as evil as Homelander. And then Butcher, I guess, agreed to his evil side to be like, all right, we gotta do what we gotta do. And we finally saw what his power is, which is some kind of fucked up tentacles and shit. Which he was able to kill the what do you call it? The president lady, whatever her name is. What's her name?
About it.
Uh, where
Why
is
you
she?
put that in your
I
home?
find because I forget names. Oh, the one that played Victoria Newman, yeah, who was the vice or the second in president or whoever in charge. But this season was a great. Every character I feel like had their moment. Even the deep. I find him hilarious. I just find that like the most like handsome probably dude out in the show. He's just got this weird relationship and messed up issues with an octopus or whatnot. Carl Urban's character is just awesome. There's something. He's a diabolical bastard in this.
It is. He is, bro.
Yeah, Simon Pegg. His death was kind of emotional a little bit as well. And
It
what he
was.
went
I don't
through.
feel like they let that breathe a little bit. They should have let that breathe. I feel like Huey hasn't fully recovered from that as well. Hopefully, in the next season, we get a little bit more of that. I need to watch Gem V because that's how I think everything's going to link up. Somebody put a theory up on our X about Gem V next season will link up to season 5. So I need to catch up on season 1 to try and
I'm surprised
understand
you
that a
didn't
little bit.
watch that. Yeah, because some of those characters were in this, so you probably wouldn't. They're from there, but you don't know about them because you haven't seen Gen V yet.
Yeah, no, I'll check that out. And yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I mean, I
good, bro.
hope you don't have to
I
wait.
fully enjoyed it, bro.
Yeah, I hope you don't have to wait too far. I mean, look, at the end of this one, they had a little end credit scene with Homelander seeing I was gonna say Nature Boy as well, Soldier Boy. And I love the little Captain America theme that they give. It is hilarious.
It is
And
jokes,
whatnot.
bro.
But it'd be interesting to see what they do. I mean, the way Starlight flew off was pretty kind of awesome. I didn't know she could fly like that. I was kind of
Yeah.
sick.
Right.
I think she was learning how to fly in this season, but that was pretty awesome. Frenchie and Yumiko, the relationship that we wanted to happen from the beginning finally happened, which was great.
Yeah,
Those are
definitely.
like little cheap little storylines that you get joy from. They're like, yes, finally you two got together. You know what I mean? Like they're like cheap
Yeah.
thrills from certain shows. Like in my opinion. I'm looking forward to season 5. I think we're gonna wait, right? Maybe 2 years. I think next year we'll get Gen Z 2. That will link up to Boys season 5. That's what I'm thinking. So
Yeah, no, definitely, bro.
we'll
Definitely.
probably have
Looking
to
forward
wait
to it, man. Look at
for
it.
that one. All right, cool. All right. On that note, let's move on to the next thing, which I'll be quick about. What I know we haven't seen it all, but I have watched episode 5 of Acolytes. So I came back and I got back into it. I stopped watching it in the UK. Listen, man, I know again this show's got slated a lot. And I know there's a reason why it got slated. One of the reasons, I know there's many other reasons people are not enjoying the story and whatnot. There's this whole what do you call it? Witch and what do you call that shit?
The Force.
Witch Force and all that shit. They've gone into that thing. When I watch episode 1, 2, I was like, okay, cool. I watch episode 3. I was like, what is this? I watch episode 4. I was like, again, I'm just like, give me something. Give me something. Like, because the action, the martial arts, when it started off was pretty cool. But then I watch episode 5. Now, I'm not saying I'm fully in tune with the story and whatnot, but episode 5, bro, had some of the best saber work I've seen, bro. Have you seen it? It was really
Yeah.
awesome. That Sith dude fighting all those Jedis, bro, the deaths, it's the most I've seen. Ben just getting stabbed up with the sabers, the double sabers, all that shit. The martial arts, the choreography in this is some of the best that I've seen. Some Jedi saber work that I've seen. Now, I don't say I'm following the story completely. I'm not saying I'm fully engaged with the characters, but that was very entertaining. And I was like, this episode was awesome. The whole episode was pure action and some great saber work. So I really enjoyed that. I'm gonna finish it off, but I'm in no hurry, to be honest with you, to finish it off. I'm in no
No, same. I mean, I think
excitement.
no, totally. Season finale happened. I think it was Wednesday. I still need to catch that episode. As probably the best episode I really enjoyed. When it first started, I kind of thought it was like a Jedi murder mystery, which would be very interesting to see in that realm because you're talking about thousands of years before any of the Star Wars universe kicked off. The direction it was heading, the way it was talking about the Force and the thread and the powers, and I was like, oh, I don't know, man, you're gonna upset a lot of old fans, but I'm always interested in new things. So, like, when we saw what they did, this Sith, bro, he's awesome, bro. You're right. Some of the best fighting I've seen. Uh, but I just don't know where it's heading and what you're trying to introduce and where do you want it to go to? Because there's one thing with Star Wars now, it seems to have lost its message on what it's about. Because before it was about the rebels against the Imperial. It's gone out the window. It was clear cut, good and bad. Now you got bad and good and bad and good and good being bad, bad being good. It's getting confusing now where it's like have a certain good message. And I think that's why the older movies work really well is I know who the bad guy is. I know who the good guy is. Give me one hell of a show. You know what I mean? That's all I want. You don't have to, I think they've made it too convoluted and trying to make it complicated and trying to make it all woke and make everybody involved. Star Wars is already a universe that everybody's involved in. So there's no issues there when it comes to being woke. It's how you force feed it, how you put it across. And, people need to be careful about what they say in interviews as well. Like some of these people that star in these things don't really understand what it means to a fan as well. So in the process, you're offending people as well. So it's like, oh man, come on, dude, take it easy, relax.
I
So,
think,
but yeah,
yeah,
no, I'll continue.
that's a good point because I think, yes, you're right. Some of these people, they just, rather than talking about like paying homage to Star Wars and its philosophies and the old fans and the old they just like, this is gonna, I've seen some interviews where the actress was like, this is just gonna piss off a bunch of white people. I saw that shit and I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would you even say that? Like, it was the same thing about the
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Snow White thing, that girl, I can't remember her name, whatever. She was just like, the old one was weird. And I'm like, hold on, man. Like, you don't do that shit. Like, these people, listen, I know actors and actresses are just trying to get the job, but I really think with stuff that has history, then you should really get fans. You should get people who are invested. Or if they're not fans, they should go back and do the homework and watch the
The
rest and
thing
say,
is, a lot
hey,
of these people are fans, bro. The director are fans. So yeah, it's just interesting about how they take the story and how they change it.
yeah, I think the actors and actresses as well should just pay respect to the old to the fans and the old history of these characters and the whole philosophy and whatnot. It means a lot. It means a lot when there's a big difference when there's an actor who plays in it and they shit all over the old ones or they just say things that are silly compared to someone who's like, I really want to do good by the Star Wars history or the Star Wars universe. Like, there's a big difference. Anyway, look, I'm gonna carry it on. I'm not invested as in like I was for like Mandalorian or whatnot, for example, but I'm definitely gonna finish this one off just out of the just passion of Star Wars. And I did enjoy that episode 5. I thought episode 5 was pretty awesome. On that note, let's move on. Let's move on to some trailers that we watched. And the first one I wanted to talk about with you was John Woo's The Killer 2024 edition. Now, this, I actually honestly had no idea that John Woo was making another movie. I'm glad to see John Woo back out there in Hollywood. Love to see him out there. The Killer. Now, the original 1987 with Chow Yun-fat movie, that was one of my favorite movies. It sits in my top 10. It's one of the, I think one of the best movies. And I think it was a evolution in action cinema globally, in the sense that the artistic killing of that movie and John Woo's style of action was just next level for an 80s movie. The acting of Chow Yun-fat, the killer, who is an assassin who we're rooting for. Like, it's one of the first movies, maybe Scarface was the first movie where you're actually rooting for the bad guy, but he's not a bad guy in this. He's an assassin, but he's actually a good guy. He's actually a good guy with good morals and principles and whatnot. And it was Chow Yun-fat, an actor playing an action star, done it really well. Now you make this, I guess it's a remake because it looks like it. And that's what bothers me. If it was just a John Woo movie called something else, even if you just called it The Assassin or something, I would have been like, cool, I'm in. Now I'm in because it's John Woo, but bro, when I watched the trailer, immediately it starts taking things from the original Killer movie. The church, the empty church, the candles, the pigeons, obviously, the double guns. Okay, that's John Woo. But those specific scenes, the relationship between the assassin and the cop, and I'm like, shit, you guys have taken exactly what you've taken from the original movie. Now
So I haven't seen a trailer. So have they said Mickey Mouse and Dumbo?
Not yet. No, they haven't yet. So I don't know what they're going to say in this, but they might do, right? Because that's what's already setting up. So I'm just like, shit, I can't help now but compare it, because you've actually made this like a remake, right, of the original. So automatically, I know I haven't seen it, and I'm judging it over without watching it, and I will watch it out of respect for John Woo, to be honest with you. But automatically, I'm like, no, you fucked it up. You fucked up. Like, why Peacock or whoever forced the Killer, you should have called it The Assassin or something. Just change the name and that's it. But you called it The Killer. This will never compare to the original. Never in a million
I need
years.
to watch this trailer. I need to. You know what? I'm gonna watch your reaction. I haven't even. I need to watch it.
I'm a fan of Omar
know,
Sy. Like, I think he's great. You know, Natalie Emmanuel. She's awesome. She's hot and whatnot. Okay, cool. But when you watch the trailer, you're gonna be like, oh no, you made it the same. You took elements. John Woo, man, love that dude. Like, bro, that I watch anything that he makes because he's the man. So I will watch this, but not The Killer. Why did you call it The Killer? Nothing beats the original ever. That movie sits, I think, in cinema history. I think it sits there somewhere,
Yeah,
because it's an
exactly, bro. Without a
evolution
doubt.
of movies.
No, definitely, 100%, 100%. That's such a good film. Such a good film. All right, I'll watch that trailer and then I'll let you know.
Retro movie reviews.
Let's do a little John Woo first, definitely.
Let's do. Did we do The Killer? We haven't done The Killer, have we?
Let's do The Killer next week.
We'll
do The Killer next week, definitely.
We ain't got none this week because I haven't had a chance to watch one either, to be honest.
No, that's fine, bro. That's fine. Let's do Killer next week.
All right, let's quickly talk about this one. Beetlejuice trailer 2. What's your thoughts after watching trailer 2, bro? Like, how are you feeling about this movie? Are you excited for it? What do you think?
I'm excited from the first trailer. I was excited. I haven't seen the second trailer, but it looks like it's got a good vibe to it. I need to check out the reactions that you've done already, so I can watch the trailer as well. Yeah, it's been absolutely busy. But listen, bro, Michael Keaton back as Beetlejuice, pulling them funny faces and getting, you could imagine how giddy he must be knowing that he got to play Batman and Beetlejuice that came out similar time. He's just gonna have fun with it, bro. I think, and as we've always thought about, and I know we're fans, we're not critics. I'll enjoy it for what it is, bro. You take me away for 2 hours, just like the Twister film. You took me away for 2 hours. You gave me a good action film. Gave me a couple of goosebumps, got me into it. That's all I'm asking for, bro. I'm not heavily invested in, oh my God, that's a cinema, the cinematography's whack and the soundtrack didn't work. I'm not that guy. I'm a guy who likes movies, so I'll end up watching anything. So I think it's going to be great, bro. I mean, you got to look at how many returning: Catherine O'Hara, Winona Ryder, Michael Keaton himself. There's loads of people coming back from the original, bro. So should be a good fun. Should be good fun. Yeah.
For me, bro, I'm like, you know what? Like, it's when you do a part two after so many years, it's very rare that just with the trailer, and I'm hoping the movie to give me the same thing, but I feel like this is a part two that came out like 2 or 3 years later. The
Yeah,
environment, the atmosphere, like of course Michael Keaton, everyone just got straight back into character, feels like a film like 2 years later, not 30 years later or however long. And Jenna Ortega, like she fits so well in. I feel like her character on Wednesday, and this is like almost like it's her character. It's that
it's her
emo
character.
type.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like you could do like even if they've done a crossover for some reason, like it will fit so well. She's awesome. I'm looking forward to this, man. Again, it feels like I'm literally watching. Yeah, like Beetlejuice. Like I'm watching Beetlejuice. Forget about Beetlejuice 2. I'm just watching a prolonged Beetlejuice
Beetlejuice. Yeah,
movie. You know what I'm trying to say? That's
exactly,
how it feels like.
exactly, exactly,
It feels good.
exactly.
Awesome. Cool. The other trailer that came out was Alien Romulus. Did you get a chance to watch this trailer? And what did you think? Or
I didn't
how
see the
did you...
trailer, but listen, from the footage that I saw, and I don't think we've spoken about that.
Oh, you've
We
already
had the
seen
Q&As.
something.
Yeah, bro. I completely forgot, and we haven't even spoken about it, bro.
Damn.
Alien Romulus, yeah. Got to meet the director. We did. He did a little presentation of the film. It was like 10 minutes. And Fade Alvarez, and he's really cool. You know, he's a fan of the originals, but he wants to bring something new. But he wants to bring that old scary factor. He directed the recent Evil Dead, which was the that was actually a good movie. It's really scary, but the 10-minute footage I've seen of Alien Romulus, bro, I mean, we're going back to Alien and Aliens. That's the vibe I'm getting off that. Great soundtrack, great visuals. He's taking it old school, bro, which I absolutely love. Like, physical props. No, there's going to be CGI, but it's not going to be. He was all about physical. So the original trailer gave me that vibe. I'm looking forward to it, man. Comes out in 2 weeks as well. Hyped. I'm hyped. Not 2 weeks. August 16th. 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But I'm super excited for that one. That one looks good. What did you think of the trailer? You
Yeah.
reacted.
Bro, exactly what you just said. I felt that. I'm like, oh, this takes me back to the scary days, like the original Aliens, because that was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
scary. I need to watch those back, but I don't think there was any, like I said, any major story. I didn't need to know about what the fuck they come
No,
from or whatnot. It was just scary. Oh, aliens, they're scary. They're gonna kill us. And we got to find our way out of the ship or whatever it is. And that's what this feels like. You know, the trailer for me,
exactly.
I don't think gave away much. Okay, it gave away a little bit of who's getting infected and whatnot, impregnated, and you get a little bit. Okay, cool. That's gonna happen in an alien movie. That's fine. But it does give me that scary factor. That's what I feel. So as long as, honestly, with the story, I'm not expecting anything massive, but I don't.
I'm
In a
not
way, I
either,
don't
bro.
want it. I don't want it. Give me Aliens 1 and 2, which is quite simple. I do want. The only nostalgia thing I want the noise of those assault guns, man, those machine
The
guns.
the post rifles, yeah.
Yeah, I want that note because they were like epic. So hopefully you get
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But bro, I'm looking forward to watching this and just being scared, like, and not, you know, not being on my phone. It was a bit, those Prometheus movies and flute playing stuff. Like, I remember just like watching it and be like, cool, this is immediately going to be forgotten about, in my opinion. In
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
opinion,
That's right. Yeah.
yeah, and
It's a shame because Ridley Scott, came back to do a couple of these movies, and you're like, come on, bro. Why do I need to know the history about these aliens? The mystery of why it worked back then is we didn't know shit, and I'm scared. I don't want this motherfucker, the xenomorph chasing me, man. Forget the
that's it. I
xenomorph,
mean,
man. I don't want to know
that's
where he
what.
came from. I just want to run.
That's it. I mean, I think the original movies had a hunt factor. Oh, it's dark. We're on this ship. We're in space. We're trapped in this ship. These fucking aliens are here. But then you hear the I butchered the noise, but there was a specific radar noise and all that shit. I want that sort
Yeah,
of stuff and be scared. And
bro. Remember that scene when they're like they're above us, and the thing's going crazy, and they're like, there's nobody there.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
nobody there, and the guy goes up into the roof, and that is probably one of the best pictures, best reactions ever, because you look up there, the light goes up, and all you see is like 20 aliens, bro.
Oh my God, that's what I'm talking about. I hope we get stuff like that in this movie, and I'm looking forward to checking this one out. All
No,
right, cool.
same here.
That was everything that we watched and all the trailers that I've seen. Anything else you watched before we move on to the news, bro?
No, Go for it, bro. Jump in.
All right, check this one out. Big news with this one this week. Let's get into the news. Check this out. Let me move this here. Let me try to minimize this a little bit. Here we go. Check this out, man. This is some exciting news, I would say. Marvel shocker. The Russo Bros in talks to direct the next two Avengers movie. I'm reading this from Hollywood Reporter. Again, it's just rumors, nothing's been confirmed yet. But the Russos are in early talks to return for Marvel Studios to direct not just one, but the next two Avengers movies, sources tell the Hollywood Reporter. Now, these two brothers smashed it in the MCU. Of course, they smashed it with Winter Soldier. On the plane on the way back, I watched Civil War. I love that movie. And of course, Infinity War and Endgames, they've done an amazing job putting those movies together. Freaking love it. If they came back, there's no wrong. Like, you can't say nothing. Like, of course, there's going to be a bit of pressure on them to be like, guys, you're going to live up to what you've already done. But I have no doubt that they'll do a great job. So this is a fun one, man. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're doing. What do you think, man? I mean, obviously, there's been a lot of stuff with the MCU and whatnot. We think they're back because, you know, Deadpool, Wolverine, you never know where it's going to head in the future. There's been a lot of controversy, as we spoke about with Captain America and the Zionist character in there and whatnot. But is the MCU back? Can these brothers do what they did with Infinity War and Endgame, with Secret Wars, and if they're going to do Kang Dynasty, I don't know if anymore, but what do you think? Would you like them back?
Oh, man. I would like them back, man. They've got a specific style and specific way of working, don't they? So they give the fans what they want. They give the fans what they want. They listen to their fans.
Do you think there's pressure on them, though? Do you think there's pressure?
Because of course, I think there is pressure. There is pressure.
What if it doesn't?
And I don't think they will come back.
You don't think they will do it? I think they've shown interest. Haven't they shown interest? I feel like they've shown interest.
I'm not sure. I don't think they should come back. I think they've got a great legacy of what they've left behind. I don't think they should get involved. I personally feel like this is Marvel and Disney in panic mode. Because listen, bro, we've only seen 37 minutes of what they are looking to do with the next phase of Marvel movies with Deadpool and Wolverine, yeah? This opens up so much from what we've seen. You know, there's a couple of companies, I can't remember, IGN have said, you know, this could reignite the MCU. I don't know, man. I personally think they should just stay away. That's just me. I'm still excited. I'd love them to be involved in the project, but I'm scared of what could happen because Phase 4 hasn't been, it's been up and down, you know. You tell me right now, what was your favorite thing from Phase 4?
Shit, this is how bad it is.
And it was a long Phase 4. That was a long Phase 4.
Yeah. Was Spider-Man No Way Home in Phase 4?
Phase 4, yeah.
Then it's got to be that for me. I think it's that. What else was there? I'm trying to think. This is how bad Phase 4 was. Not from a negative perspective, but there's nothing that really got me like, oh shit, I want to watch that again. There's none. Listen, bro, I'm telling you one thing for sure. I'm not going back to watch Phase 4 like I did Phase 1, 2, and 3 multiple times. I can't go back and watch Phase 4 again. Maybe Shang-Chi and
Shang-Chi has rewatchability. So I definitely watch that.
Yes.
Loki season 2.
Loki was good. Loki was season 2 was great. I don't think I could watch that show again because it's a long form show. I don't think I could rewatch that again. But that was definitely one of the good ones. But I would say Spider-Man No Way Home. That's definitely going to be.
You're right. That's the only one that stands out of everything we got. You know, even Moon Knight. Moon Knight was great.
Moon Knight was great.
Moon Knight was great. It's horrible. But yeah, you know what? Let's see. Good on them if they do come back. But I feel like it's a lot of pressure. Everything, the MCU ends up falling on top of them.
Yeah, I agree. And you know how toxic fans could be. If one of the movies are slightly not as good as Infinity War Endgame, they failed, they ruined themselves, they ruined their legacy.
Well, I think Marvel have done themselves with that. Because you leave Endgame at such a point, yeah. They tried to replicate it. Every film they brought out after was like this. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That was probably the second.
Forgot about that one. That was definitely a great one.
So you're talking about Avengers end level game, end level, end game, end game, end game. That you get that comparison throughout all of the MCU. They should have waited. I think they should have waited like a year or two before they brought anything out. Then bang, drop it in.
Yeah. This
You know,
one,
it
I
gave us time
think,
to.
has got end game levels to it from what I saw, my opinion. But you're
Mm,
right. You're right. Too much pressure, too much content. That's what it was. Too much content.
yeah, it
No,
was way too
like
much.
there's no characters that I can remember. It's, Shang-Chi for sure, Moon Knight for sure, but there's no characters that really stick out for me. Where like I can't wait till they come back. Like that came up in Phase 4. Honestly, I don't see a thing. So yeah, well look, they're great, and if they come back, that'll be awesome. On the MCU note, though, check this one out. This one is another rumor that's been going around, and this one is from Screen Rant.
I just saw
There's
this.
rumors Robert Downey Jr. might be coming back as a suggested huge what do you call it, as Doom, Doctor Doom, and the twist is he's a variant of Tony Stark who ends up becoming Doctor Doom. Now with everything with everything happening with with what's his name, Kang, Jonathan Majors, I think they're trying to get away from that. I don't know. It's an interesting one, but Doctor Doom, just give us Doctor Doom, man. I mean, if
Exactly.
RDJ comes back as a variant, make him come back as an Iron Man variant and make that shit exciting. That would be exciting to see in itself. So I don't need to see him come back as Doctor Doom, in my opinion. I want to
Yeah,
see a
exactly.
Doctor Doom. I want to see a long form 10-year, 20-year Doctor Doom and build that. With RDJ, no need to do that. I think like don't turn him into a villain after Endgames.
Yeah,
Keep him the
exactly. Yeah, no.
hero. Like, he died a hero, and I know it's a different variant, different universe. No, just I don't need that. I would see it if they do it. So of course it'd be exciting, but nah, man, just give me an Iron Man back in a different variant. I'll take that any
Exactly.
day.
Exactly. Exactly. I don't know why they're looking to do that. I don't think they should do that.
All right, cool. We'll see what happens with that. What if I got Armored War? There was all these rumors about Armored Wars being cancelled, but I don't think that's true. They just say just because it hasn't been announced and they haven't spoken about it a lot, but the showrunners have confirmed that it's still running. So Armored War should be there. Let's quickly go through the Emmy nominations. I'm not going to go through all of it, but the Emmy nominations came out, right? And basically, I'm just reading this again from the Hollywood Reporter. Shogun leads the nomination because Shogun was awesome from a visual, cultural, acting, everything perspective. It was really awesome. It did take me a couple of episodes to get in, but once I was in, I was in. But Shogun leads the nominations, which were unveiled Wednesday morning. Other top nominees includes The Bear, which we spoke about, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Only Murders in the Building, which I didn't watch the new season. True Detective.
I loved it. I loved it. You
Uh,
gotta watch it, bro. I love it.
yeah, okay. And then Night Country and The Crown. Look, there's so many. I can't go through all of it, but there's so many nominees. I know there was a few Marvel
Man, X-Men
ones.
97 is on that list.
X-Men. You got best. Trying to think, man. There's anything stand out. So obviously, best drama. You got Shogun and The Crown. This is probably the big one, like best drama. The Crown, Fallout, The Guided Angel, The Morning Show, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Shogun, Slow Horses, Three Body Problems. I haven't seen all of them. Best
Cool.
actress in a drama. We're going to go with their best actor. Like you got
So there's
best
loads,
actress.
bro. There's
Yeah,
loads.
there's loads. Best supporting actresses, supporting drama, best guy. I guess when the winners come out, we'll just go through that list.
No, no,
But
definitely.
some of the shows we've definitely watched are in this, and that should be interesting. All right, the last thing to finish off on the news, bro. Never Ending Story remake, bro. I don't know if you've heard about this, but I'm getting this from Screen Rant. And it says the NeverEnding Stories remake was announced in March 2024. I didn't know about this. The
No, you
news
did.
that
You did
was
bring it up.
Did I bring it up? Okay.
You
The news
brought
that
it up, yeah.
suggests will be a reboot of the original multi-film franchise. The remake will be co-produced by Seesaw Films and Michael Endy Productions, and the producers will include Leanne Canning and Emily Sherman, Roman Hook, and Raf Gassman.
Rashman.
Right. Right. Listen, if I spoke about it, then all right, cool. I don't think I'm a fan because it's a reboot. I don't remember when we done a retro movie review Again, there's something about these 80 movie. One, you can't top that soundtrack. You lose unless you just bring it back and just say we're using it again. Like I'm not gonna try and top it. So that's the best option for
Dun,
that.
dun.
The second thing was if you can make me emotional over a horse within 15 minutes, like that's the mission that you have to do because that old movie did that, and that was a childhood trauma that we went through because within
Yeah.
15 minutes of
We love
of
that
of
horse.
Atreus and the horse
A-Tracks.
being Atrax
A-Tracks, man.
being introduced and Atrax dying and Atreus character played such a great role of making us feel emotional. That's a big job there. I don't know. Listen, bro, I don't know. I might be biased. You know what? This is probably one of those reboots that I
We're
will be
biased,
biased to
bro.
the
We're
old to the
biased. We're
older one.
biased. Never
I
ending
might
story.
give
Back to
it,
the Future. Don't touch.
yeah, I might give it a chance. But if it doesn't capture me in the first couple minutes, then I'm gonna be like, you lose.
It's a tough one, bro. Very tough one. I think it's a movie that's quite dear to us as well, so that's why it's gonna be hard.
Ah
That's
man,
it.
leave it alone. Leave it alone. Or maybe just give us what Sebastian's up to now. I didn't even watch number three to be honest with you. So I don't even know what he's done after number two.
Nah, one and two was the one for me. Other than that, after that, I don't even know. You know what? I'm gonna have to try and watch number three. Definitely.
Same
I'll have to
here.
check that
Same
out.
here.
I'll have to check it out.
Same
But yeah, no.
here. All right. Well, bro, that's all I had for the news. Was there anything else that I missed? Anything else you heard about?
No, that's it. I mean, we've got the screening for Harold and the Purple Crayon, which is on Sunday. Hopefully, we get to catch Deadpool and Wolverine next week with Ash, and that's about it, man. I've got
All
these
right.
interviews coming up, so excuse me, keep an eye on the channel. We'll go from there. So that would be Meg Donnelly, who plays Supergirl in Crisis, Crisis on Infinite Earths, part 1, 2, and 3, but 3 came out recently, so we do that. The interview with Alicia, if I can get edited, I'll do it, but it's just due to time and it's a busy weekend, so that's about it, really. Other than that, guys, as always, massive thank you on the support on the channels, and yeah, G-Man.
All right. Much love, people. Thanks for supporting the channel. Love all the reactions and the growth and the likes and the comments and all love, man. All love. We're gonna keep doing our thing. All right, guys. On
All right,
that note, we out. Peace.
excuse me, peace.